The other piece I want to talk about is merchandising. So initially you get a planogram that's kind of laid out by category, and it says to mirror the image on one side of the tent versus the other. And I'm not trying to say go against whatever TNT is asking us to do, but I was in retail for many, many years as a manager, and I set my tent up a little bit differently. So I try to keep the categories the same, but I moved it around. And one of the things you'll see is that as you sell and things run out, you have to make adjustments anyway. So be creative in how you set up the table. I'll do a quick spin around so you can kind of get an idea of maybe some of the things I've done. Like, for example, I took all the buy one get one free items and moved them to table number one because everybody that came in the tent saw the buy one get one free sign outside and wanted to know where those items were. Okay, so now we're going to kind of take a walk through the tent and look at the merchandising. And as I had mentioned before, I believe it's very important to have everything look as neat and well merchandised as possible to encourage sales and make the shopping experience within your tent something that people enjoy and will come back to or maybe tell others about. So this is day 11. I am, as I mentioned in one of the other segments, I'm sold out of 18 out of the original 60 items. The remaining items, many of them are depleted down to lower numbers. So I have things spread out, and that I think is very important, that you continue to make the tables look as full as you possibly can for as long as you possibly can. Now, when you see this table today, I do have some empty space, and I left it there purposely this morning because I know my truck is about to be delivering more items today, and then I'm going to go ahead and merchandise the tables again, move the price point cards around and make it look completely stocked again. But here we are waiting for the actual truck to arrive. This is what it looks like right now. So I start here at table number one, and this is where I moved all of my buy one get one free items. People kept coming in asking where they were, and of course originally they're kind of sprinkled throughout all the tables, but this made it a little bit more convenient for them to actually find all of them before they went on to look at other items. But notice here on the table how everything is pulled right to the front edge. I tried to add height to this by stacking items on the top of the boxes, again just to draw the eye. And when there was more product, this certainly looked more impressive than it does now. But using the boxes behind the stock makes it very easy to break down at the end of the night if you're storing stuff in containers like I am. And it also just gives a little support behind the items, and in a way, even though it's brown cardboard, makes the table look a little bit fuller. But again, you can see heights, everything pulled to the front. There's symmetry in the stacks, and the price cards are clearly, normally I put the price cards right in the middle of the items, but some of these, as you can see right here, don't line up, only because I know this morning that I'm going to be moving stuff around once the truck arrives. But there's a hole that was not there yesterday. I did have it filled by spreading other things out, but I left it today because I know I'm getting more Stellars today. And again, just going around front faced, pull forward, and spreading out. You can see I have 3 facings of that. I have 4 spacings of the 49er just to eat up table space so it doesn't look empty. And then here in this corner, I put a couple TNT buckets, just again to eat up empty space until I have more product. And I'll show you this too. I made these in my shop. Let's get a look behind here. So you can see this particular item. In the training videos, they show using cinder blocks, which certainly people can do. Those weigh about 30 pounds. But if you're handy and you have the ability, you have access to some tools. I made these little stands out of some 2x6s I had in my workshop. And that's all they are. It's just, turn this up so you can see it. It's just a cut to size here, screwed together so at the end I can break them down and store them away until next year. But I'm using a bunch of these just to keep product up when the boxes are too light to hold the product. So something handy that I made. And then we're coming around the backside now. This is table 6. And again, just spreading everything out and trying to make the table look as full as I can until I get some more product. And as people buy things, I immediately refill if I have more product, or I readjust the stack so it has some different, symmetry, or it looks clean and as full as possible. And then again, you can see here now I have empty table space because I will be filling it today. Oh, this is another thing I wanted to mention. My brother also has a tent that he operates, and he came up with this great idea right here on the tops of the tables. If you have bunting left, to put that over the top of the table, so when you do have openings like this or people can see in between items, it looks nice and clean, as opposed to the tables that we have, which are really old and cracked and split. They don't look very attractive, but you would never know when you see that. So keep that in mind if you have extra bunting. And again, just going down the item, the Mighty Sword are almost gone, so I'll get more today. And I'll put those in a bucket so it looks better than it looks right now. And again, the cuckoo, not a lot of items left, but I have them spaced out. And again, there's some symmetry to that, so at least it looks more presentable. So those are my suggestions about how to best merchandise the tents and make it inviting and appealing to people who may want to buy. So if you have some other ideas you'd like to share, maybe some pictures or videos of things that you do in your tents, please do so. If you have never done this before, have questions or comments, just let me know, and be happy to respond. Hope this helps. Okay, as promised, I got my delivery yesterday on day 11, and I've re-merchandised the tables, so I just want to do a quick walkthrough of what it looks like now. Again, as we talk about merchandising and heights and pulling things to the front, making it look neat and clean. My table's still not actually completely full. I'm going to have to spread some stuff out. People were buying things from me as I took them out of the box, and I've already had a number of sales this morning, like Martian Man left me with one. But I will continue to adjust, spread out, and make it look as full as I can for the time that we're operating, and see what happens. But you can see again that I've got everything, multiple facings of some things just to fill the table. We come to the other side here, and already sold those 3 particular items. I got a case of each in yesterday. Within 1 hour, 3 of the 4 of each of those was already gone. So people are buying as we get closer and closer to July 4th, and today is July 1st, so we're almost there. This morning someone just cleaned me out of the electros. So things are happening, and just wanted to do this quick update on the re-merchandising now and trying to fill the tables in the best I could to make it look as presentable as possible. So hopefully this helps with your setup and kind of giving you an idea.